There's a lot to consider when choosing the right university. Location, the cost of your studies, the courses offered, and not forgetting how you wish to study. The open distance learning experience is very different to studying at a contact university. You don't go to lectures, you read books and write assignments. There's no traveling to campus every day because the UNISA campus is a virtual one. At UNISA, you create your own study environment. At home, at one of our regional centers, or at an internet cafe. You can even ask your employer if you can study after hours at work. This study environment should be quiet and free from distractions, a place where you can concentrate on those books and assignments. In open distance learning, you are responsible for your success. If that appeals to you, then UNISA could well be your perfect fit and your first choice. On the other hand, if you don't enjoy studying on your own, or if UNISA is simply your next best alternative, think about applying to a contact university. In many respects, studying at UNISA is tougher than other universities. Open distance learning requires initiative, self-sacrifice, commitment, and above all, hard work. Before you apply, you need to know what your abilities are and whether they support your studies. For instance, are you goal-driven? Are you self-motivated? Can you study on your own? Your circumstances need to be right too. For example, do you work full-time? Do you have access to the internet? Do you have a demanding family life? These are just some of the many questions you need to ask yourself before you apply. If you're unsure about which road to take, UNISA has developed a set of questionnaires. These questionnaires are available from your nearest UNISA regional center. At UNISA, we're always trying to increase the value of our qualifications. One way we're doing this is by upping our admission requirements, making UNISA even more of a challenge. As you probably know, entry into UNISA is dependent on you meeting the minimum admission requirements for your chosen qualification. If you don't meet these requirements, that's not necessarily the end of your academic career. You do still have options. You can either apply to another institution or ask UNISA about alternative pathways. We could give you different admission opportunities or ask you to follow an extended program, one that allows you to register for a limited number of modules in your first year and provides you with additional learner support. As far as readmission goes, from 2013, all first-year students must pass at least 36 credits or 3 modules. If you don't, you won't be allowed to study at UNISA the following year. From your second year of study, you must pass a minimum of 48 credits or 4 modules. If you don't, you'll have to complete an accredited 1-year certificate program at NQF Level 5 after the year of exclusion. Now let's take an overall look at the UNISA journey. The circle represents what we call the UNISA Student Walk, a 4-stage journey each student must take to comply with administrative requirements, maximize their learning experience, and ultimately graduate. You're at the Choose and Apply stage, where you must choose a career, choose UNISA, choose a qualification, and then apply for admission. You can apply at a UNISA regional center, via the internet, or by post. Next is registration. Once your application is approved, you need to confirm your qualification. Choose your modules for the next semester, calculate your fees, and then register. Again, you can register online at a regional center with a self-help kiosk or by post. Remember to register within the relevant registration dates, otherwise your registration won't be processed. Once you've registered, the Teach and Learn phase begins, the actual UNISA study experience. To get you started, you'll receive a study pack with your initial study material, your tutorial letters, and info on how to access your study material online. Are you starting to see just how important the internet is to your studies? Your studies consist of reading your books and study guides, connecting with your lecturers and fellow students, and writing exams. While UNISA students do study on their own most of the time, there's an active student support process where students and UNISA staff connect outside of the virtual world, at regional centers, libraries, in tutorial groups, peer learning programs, and so on. Remember to re-register for each new year of study. Once you graduate, you enter the lifelong learning stage. Here, you can choose to join the group of UNISA alumni and continue your academic journey, building relationships, sharing your knowledge, and continuing to learn. The UNISA journey is a partnership. Success requires input from us and from you. Before your studies, UNISA provides you with admission and readmission, career guidance, the application and registration processes, and of course, the qualifications themselves. In turn, you must have excellent time management skills, access to a computer and the internet, a love for reading and writing, and independent study skills. Time management is particularly important. If you're serious about UNISA, your studies will take up a lot of your time. You need to spend between 6 and 8 hours per week on your semester modules and between 4 and 6 hours per week on your year modules. During your studies, UNISA supports you with online services like online access to libraries, e-tutors, and My UNISA. And with physical services such as counseling, the libraries, study groups, as well as academics and admin staff. You need to bring commitment, dedication, initiative, and above all, hard work. UNISA's changing. We used to be a correspondence university. Now, we're well on the way to becoming an online university. Computer skills and online access are essential. You cannot complete a UNISA degree without them. You must be able to use a computer, and you must have access to the internet for at least an hour a week, preferably more. We can't stress that enough. The internet facilitates all of your UNISA study processes. There's even a UNISA app for submitting your assignments via your cell phone. But your most important online tool by far is My UNISA, our online student portal. My UNISA is where you'll download your study material, submit assignments, receive feedback, and communicate with lecturers and fellow students. You'll also be kept up to speed on examination dates, changes, and venues. We've also included a compulsory online module into each college curriculum. From 2013, every student beginning an undergraduate degree is required to register for and complete an online, college-specific signature course. All the study material for this course is provided online. There is no printed material. Your research will be via the internet. Your tutorials will be facilitated via the internet. And your assignments will have to be submitted via the internet. You'll need to reference current events and constantly changing information. So you need to start working on your signature course as soon as you've registered and keep up. If you don't, you'll miss out on that information and fall behind. UNISA also has a Facebook page. An ideal way to share ideas, meet other students, and stay informed. Simply search for University of South Africa and join our group. Or alternatively, find us on Twitter. As you see, UNISA uses as many online channels as possible, helping you create an ever-growing academic network that can support you throughout your studies and beyond. Apart from connecting you to UNISA's online services, the internet plays another role in your UNISA journey. It connects you to people. Other people are essential to your studies. People you can share your ideas with. People who will share their ideas with you, give you different insights, and ultimately deepen your understanding. Such people are the heart of your academic support network. You'll find them amongst your family and friends, your colleagues at work, fellow students, experts in your field, and amongst UNISA academics. Start by finding a mentor, someone you can trust, who's followed a similar journey, who can relate to what you're studying. If this seems a little daunting now, don't worry. One relationship will lead to another, then another, and so on. And the brilliant thing about UNISA is you're not limited by a campus. By going online, you can connect to people throughout the world. Challenge your boundaries, and the UNISA journey will take you places you've only dreamt about. You just need to think smart, plan ahead, and work hard.